This is a follow along rowing workout. It is going to be 30 minutes, helping you to get comfortable on your rowing machine, making sure you get a great workout, giving you drills along the way, and everything is gonna be done in a 30-minute workout. Let's get into it. Listen, the rowing machine is not an explanatory movement. You kind of have to watch or do it along with somebody. It's very complicated and probably confusing when you haven't done it before, and that's understandable, and that's the entire intent of this workout. I'm going to set technically 28 minutes on my monitor, and every 2 minutes I'm gonna be throwing drills at you as we go to help you both get a workout and start to learn the movement. So come join me in that. We're gonna keep it short and sweet. I'm going to run you through a brief warm-up, and then we're gonna get right into the workout. Let's do it. Okay, as with all of our workouts, there is no machine requirement. So whether you have a Concept 2 or a Sunny Health machine from Amazon, doesn't matter. You can join us regardless. So go ahead and strap into your machine, grab that handle, and we're gonna sit ready at the catch. That's the front of the stroke. We're gonna sit ready in 3, 2, 1, and let's take off. This is just gonna be an easy warm up here. All I want you to be thinking about right now is keeping the stroke rate low with me. Just light and easy. And imagine now that you're gonna start just pushing using the legs. You're pushing the machine away with the legs. Brace through the core every stroke. That's here. Now, if this is your first time here, welcome. I'm Shane Farmer. And this is Dark Horse, where you build the life that you wanna live, and we just happen to use rowing usually to get you there. And in these workouts, the objective is, number 1, help you enjoy your workouts more. Number 2, help you learn as you go. And number 3, give you a great source of constant workouts for you to follow. So if that's you, hit that subscribe button, bell next to it, because then you'll be here for our weekly workouts, which come out every single week. So there's no shortage of them. And we range it from beginner to advanced. So just light rowing right now, the stroke rate may seem really low to you. That's very normal. You'll learn to get comfortable here. And the more you get comfortable with the low stroke rates, the easier it's going to be for you to learn to deliver power into every stroke. And then you can take stroke rate up and it becomes more useful. More strokes doesn't mean you're going faster. More strokes or a higher stroke rate when you're new means that you're spinning your wheels. You definitely want to avoid spinning your wheels. You'd rather be getting more work done per stroke, because that means that every stroke you take in a workout is more useful. I hope that makes sense. So we're just lightly moving. The whole intent of this is get your body used to the movement that you're gonna do for the workout. An easy thing to think about in the warm-up right now, just make sure there's no stopping of the stroke at the front or the back. You just change directions without any pause. Now, if you're looking for my results from the workout today, you can come find me in a couple places. Number 1, Strava, just Shane Farmer, find me there. The results of every workout just automatically go from my phone to Strava, so you'll see them there. Or you can come chat with me on Twitter, @Shane Farmer. I love hearing about how the workouts go for you. Okay, let's just take 2 more strokes. We'll stop for a moment to reset our monitors, and then we'll get going on the workout. That's 1. And here's 2. Now let's go ahead and set that handle down. You can unstrap for just a moment. Okay, so let's get our machine set up and ready for the workout. Now again, any machine will do. If you can set time on your machine, great. And if you can't, no big deal. You can still do this with me. I'm gonna talk you through setting it up on my monitor because I have a Concept 2, which you may or may not have, but that's how I'm gonna talk us through it. So from the main menu, I'm going to select workout, that's the B button. New workout, that's the D button. Single time, B button. And I'm changing it to 28 minutes. That means I need to hit the minus button or the C button once. That gives me a 2. I need need to hit that right arrow or A button once, and then I need to hit that plus button 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's the B button. From there, I can hit the check mark E. I got 28 minutes on my screen. I am now going to strap in, get ready to go. You're gonna join me, and let's get this workout rolling. Sitting ready. Here we go, in 3, 2, 1, go! And off we go. So I'm gonna try and keep the stroke rate at a reasonable 20 today. May roam up or down 1 beat, but I'm just trying to keep a nice consistent stroke rate for you. In the first 2 minutes here, the objective is not to crush yourself. We got 28 minutes to go. Well, 27 minutes and 30. Hey, we're 30 seconds into this workout. We're doing great. So the objective is not to crush yourself early. As the workout goes on, you can start to add intensity. You always want to think about a rowing workout as start easy, or start manageable, I should say. And as you see that finish line close in, you get to the halfway point, well, now you can start to add a little bit more pressure. Now you can start to ratchet up the intensity. And that way you distribute it evenly and you don't fly and die. There's not much worse than flying and dying in a rowing workout. Because then you sit there and slog the rest of the time. And listen, there aren't a lot of resources out there for this. I get it. It may not feel like anybody's out there supporting you on your journey, whether you're trying to lose weight or just start moving again for your kids. You just know you want to be healthier and you're not sure how. This machine is a great tool for it, but when there aren't easily accessible resources, well, that's what I hope to be for you. So come join me often on this workout. Spread this one, because the goal here, help you learn as you work out. Why not kill 2 birds with 1 stone? Okay, we're gonna throw in our first drill here. We're gonna go to arms only. And you'll see what that means on this stroke. Straight legs, row with just your arms. Try and match my rhythm of the hands. Notice there's no stopping. Also notice that I'm not flailing. I'm almost placing my hands in and out on the machine. So what we're doing with this, the reason we're doing this, is we're establishing how the hands don't smash us in the chest. We don't want to crush our sternum with the handle. We want our trunk at 11 o'clock if you were to look at a clock face. 11 or 1, I guess, depends on which side you are looking at me from. But open at 11 o'clock, midline braced, had to let go of the handle. So your stomach braced and tight as you do this. Your shoulders are probably starting to get tired right now. It's a good thing, we're getting them nice and hot. You want that handle to move straight in and out, no up or down movement. That handle path plays a big role in the rest of the stroke. So you just get comfortable here. Straight in, straight out, no stopping. Just recycling momentum always. Constantly moving. Whew. I know my shoulders are starting to burn. You didn't know this was gonna be an arm workout today, did you? But don't let this trick you. Rowing is not an arm movement predominantly. It comes from the lower half and the midsection. We only have 20 seconds left of this, and then we're gonna go back to the full stroke. And you'll be like, oh, thank you for the legs. So make sure you're pulling that handle all the way to you. Also make sure that you're not bringing the body to the handle. Hope that makes sense. So draw the elbows clear through, almost like you're trying to touch your elbows behind you. And we're gonna add in the full stroke in 1 and 2. Here we go, full stroke. Oh yeah, that's so much better. And now, think about that drill and put it into play. And this is a big one. After we do every drill, you want to remember it. Otherwise, why do you do drills? So now you're trying to enact pieces of that arms only rowing. So you think to yourself, okay, handle straight in, straight out. I don't stop. So handle comes in, pushes away. Comes in, pushes away. Okay, what else did I remember? Oh, keep the handle level. Don't move it up and down. Got it, okay. Handle level, make sure I'm not moving it up and down. Don't worry about the rest of the stroke. We'll get to more parts of it later. Got plenty of time for drills. So you're just thinking smooth and consistent right now. Now just think about your breath a little bit. Are you breathing comfortably? If not, try to relax. Rowing is very yin and yang. It's on and then it's relaxed. It's like you turn a light switch on and off every stroke. And the more you can do that, the more you get to put in to every stroke. It becomes this dance. Instead of a muscling movement, it becomes finessed. So just breathing. We're gonna add in our next drill here soon, which is gonna be arms and body. So legs will still be straight, but now we add in a hip swing in 2 strokes. That's 1, that's 2, arms and body. Match my stroke rate again. So now arms move away and I focus on closing and opening my hips. These are my hips. So you can think about swinging the trunk however your brain perceives it. Swing the trunk, open and close the hips. Whatever sounds best to your brain. And now the goal is swing your trunk, your torso, your spine, however you like to think of that, from 11 to 1. No further on either end. Even if you can. Even if you're like, oh, I'm hyper flexible, I can touch my chest to my thighs. Still, think about placing yourself at 11 and 1 then. You actually have the opposite complication from many who are overly tight. If you're overly flexible, that can be hard to find tension because you're so loosey-goosey. We need to get you confident placing your body and trying to be a little bit strong in that position. So 11 to 1 it is, back and forth. And now, bring your thought to the order of operations a little bit. That means arms push away, then close the hips, then open, then snap the arms. So think about it as 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1. Each piece has its own purpose at its own time. When you get really good, after you've been doing this for a long time, then you can blend them together. But early on, be really good and diligent about separating them so that the brain can learn. How do I do them independently? Okay, in 2 strokes, we're gonna go back up to the full stroke, that's 1. And 2, full slide is what we call it. You're gonna take it up to that full slide stroke again. And now you get the legs. Ah, that big sigh of relief. And as with last time, now begin to implement it into the regular stroke. So I push with the legs, then it's hips and arms, hips. Hips and arms, hips. I'm gonna try and be quiet for a little bit to let you really think about and implement that piece into the stroke now. And remember, I'm here setting the stroke rate for you. So just follow my rate. If it feels slow, good. It should be to give you enough time to process. Okay, we're gonna add in our next drill here. Now we're gonna go down to our legs and hips only, or legs and trunk only, no arms, in 2 strokes. That's 1. That's 2, legs and hips only. Now this one might be a little confusing for your brain at the moment, but just lock back in with me. Learn to keep those arms long and straight. This is gonna allow you to start thinking about, how do I open and close the hips in a timely manner? How do I use my legs to push into the machine? And what's it like when I take away your arms? You're like, but I need them. That's how I find tension. And right now you might be cursing me, I promise. You do this in a couple weeks, you'll no longer be cursing me, but you might be thinking, how am I supposed to get tension on the handle? All of a sudden I don't feel any tension. Well, what that means, what that tells you, is that when you've been going to take a stroke, you're breaking at the elbow. And it's that that's causing you to feel tension. Well, the reason we don't want that is because that is going to burn out your arms really fast. And it doesn't allow your legs to do any work on the machine. And your legs are these big, long, strong muscle groups. They're the things that do the majority of the work in the rowing stroke, that and the hips. So if you're bending at the elbow, the saying goes, when the arm bends, the power ends. If you break at the elbow, if you try to pull with the arms, then there's no more power into the machine. It's just this bicep curl movement. That is not what you want to get the longevity out of this machine. Maybe it'll give you a good bicep pump for a while, but that's not the overall health benefit that you're looking for. So we're gonna go back to a full stroke in 2. That was 1. That's 2, back to a full stroke. Whew. There we go. Oh, that feels so nice to get the arms back. And now, implementation time. The goal is wait to snap the arms into the body. Be ever so patient. Take your time. There's no rush to bend the elbow and pull with the arm, because the arm just doesn't deliver a whole lot of power in the stroke. Let the legs, let the butt squeeze, let the hips swing, let that do the work. Let the arms be the icing on the cake. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet now. I swear, I am not gonna talk for at least 30 seconds. Here we go, implementation time. Okay, that was enough of not talking. Now, let's get into the next drill. It's gonna be legs only. This one's gonna be, you're gonna feel it, just telling you. Keep your posture upright, keep the hips closed at 1 o'clock. It's gonna be leg push only for 2 minutes. Here we go, in 2, that's 1. And that's 2. Legs only. Focus on feeling tension through the legs. To help you keep the arms locked out, squeeze your triceps, like you're trying to lock out your elbows. That's gonna help you keep the arms straight. Don't let those hips open. Even though momentum is trying to get you to go backwards, fight it by bracing tight from the belly. Imagine you're trying to blow up a beach ball. That same pressure you would use to push air into a beach ball, is the same pressure you use to give yourself a tight midline. Make sure you're sitting tall, lifting the chest to the sky with the hips closed, trunk at 1 o'clock. Another good way to think about it is that for every inch that the seat moves, the handle should move too. If you're noticing the seat pushes, but the handle doesn't move, that means you need to sit up taller and brace tighter. If you notice that the handle moves, but the seat doesn't, that means that you're opening your chest. So keeping that midline braced, hanging from the handle as you push through the legs. You're gonna be happy to go to the full stroke after this one, I bet. Squeeze in the triceps, keep the arms long. Rowing is like meditation. It's very easy for the mind to wander, and you just always have to keep pulling it back. Hey, remember what our goal is here, remember. In 2, adding in the full stroke. That's 1. That's 2, here we go. Woo. Oh, my hamstrings. No matter how many times I do that drill, it will always get me. So now you should get to enjoy. Oh, I get to open my hips. I get to snap the hands in, but don't get lazy. Make sure that the mechanics are still sharp. Even though the body may be tired, that's the best time to work on mechanics. Because if you can do it tired, when the pressure isn't on, then when the pressure is on, the odds are good that you'll be able to hold your body together. You won't fall apart. Nice. Another minute of this. Just enjoy it. So now we got a whole new series of drills coming up in the final 10 minutes. And I like these. They're called pause drills. Pretty self-explanatory. You pause at various points in the stroke. And what it allows you to do is stop and evaluate. Am I in the right place? Am I in the right position? Because that goes a long way. Okay, so we're gonna start with a pause, arms away. Meaning you'll take the stroke, then pause once the arms have pushed away. In 2, that's 1. This is 2, pause. Now wait for my call, go. Close the hips, slide the legs, push. Every stroke we pause, go. Make sure that it's just the arms, go. That you're not closing the hips or bending the knees, just the arms, go. Also, right now, when I say go, you might be slingshotting yourself back up to the catch or the front of the stroke, go. And that's because you feel all this tension in your hamstrings once you close the hips, go. Close the hips, then let the knees bend. Instead, rather, go. Place your body. So close the hips, then let the knees bend, and try to almost decelerate the closer you get up there. Go. The slower you can come into the catch, go, the more you can control it. So regardless of stroke rate, go. If you can place yourself there, instead of bouncing through it or accelerating into it, go. You will be way more effective. And you'll be able to put a lot more power, go, AKA lower splits, also known as going faster, go, also known as burning more calories into every stroke, go, 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 go. In 2, we're gonna drop this. That's 1, go. That's 2, go. And continuous rowing here. And now smooth it out. Implementation time! Let's do it! So getting the arms away, then close the hips. Hopefully that drill allowed you to stop pulling your chest forward or pulling yourself from the straps. Oh, great little tidbit. Bonus note. Patrick, big call out. The straps. These straps are not meant for you to pull yourself forward in the stroke. It's easy to misperceive that, because it seems like that's what they're for. Instead, rather, they're mostly there so that you don't fly off the back. Sorry, let me get back to the regular stroke. So, a way to fix that, a way to fix the desire to pull on the straps to get yourself back to the next stroke is imagine that even at the back of the stroke, as you begin to turn around, you have a $100 bill under the ball of your foot, under both feet. You get to keep that $100 bill if you never lift the ball of the foot and the $100 bill slips out. If you can keep the $100 bill in there for the entire workout, it's yours. That's a great way to imagine keeping constant pressure into your feet, into the ball of the foot, and not relying on the straps. Okay, we're gonna add in a pause drill, arms and body away. You can probably figure out what that'll be. In 2 strokes, that's 1. That's 2. On this one, arms and body away. Go. So now what you get to think about, arms first, close the hips, pause. Go. This helps you to make sure, number 1, the arms move independently of the rest of the body, go. Number 2, that the hips or the trunk move independently from the legs, go. Number 3, go, that you relax on the slide forward instead of slingshotting, go. So, go. Right now, segmentation is key. Arms, body, pause. Go. Pause. Go. 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 You're doing great. Falling into your rhythm now. Go. Relax your body. Go. Only in the drive do you push. Go. Right now, tense, push, relax. Go. Tense, push, relax. Go. Tense, push, relax. Gonna drop the drill in 2 strokes. Go. This is 1. Go. This is 2. Go. Drop the drill. Continuous rowing. We're gonna take the final 4 minutes to just row continuously now. This is your chance to thrive. Remember how I said at the beginning, don't put too much into it too early? Here's where you can put into it. So if you wanna drop it, if you wanna start working hard to really max out the end of this workout while implementing the drills, be my guest. Now's your time to start pushing. You had 4 minutes. You could add on another 1,000 meters here. That's about 4 minutes. Being smooth and strong. It's not a trade-off one or the other. You got this. One of that, 4 minutes down, 3 left. Try to match rate with me. Try to just push harder to work harder. Don't take the rate up. Try to squeeze more every stroke. That's where your power comes from. And when you learn how to squeeze more from every stroke, then rate will work. Two to go. Halfway through this 4 minutes. Work with me here. You're doing great. Keep pushing, 1.5 minutes left. One minute to go. Come on, let's push. Push your machine away. Try to push it across the room in front of you, not behind you. Make the machine loud. Bringing it through the finish line, come on. All the way through. Ooh-wee. Oh. So, let's just set those handles down for a moment and I'm gonna take you into cool down here. So don't run away. Take just a moment, breathe, collect yourself. Try to bring your heart rate down. Focus on your exhale. Push all that used air out versus trying to take big gulping breaths in. Your body very naturally inhales, but it doesn't very naturally exhale. So let's go ahead. Strap back into our machines now. Just gonna take a light cool down. And here's the deal. I know cool down doesn't seem or sound fun, but there's so much value to your body to cooling down. Number one, you flush fresh oxygen and blood into your body. Now, why do we care about that? Well, that blood, that oxygen removes toxins, waste products from the body, from your bloodstream, from the muscle tissue, and you're creating this exchange system where you're like, all right, I just did some damage, noted, but I want my body to do a good job of recycling it and making the most of it. Well, that's where light, easy, post-workout movement comes in, and that's a cool down. You are flushing the bad stuff out, and you are bringing the good stuff in. Very simple equation, bad stuff out, good stuff in. I should just stop there, right? Hopefully that makes sense. So just light, easy movement here. don't worry too much about your pressure. Just think about good mechanics. Arms, hips, legs. Legs, hips, arms, or legs, trunk, legs, trunk, arms, trunk, legs. Find the words that work for you, because every coach will say something slightly different. We all mean the same thing. But you gotta find the one that works for you. If I say trunk and that doesn't make any sense, but you hear torso and you go, oh, I know what that is. Just figure out what this unit means to you, okay? Figure out what these are called for you. And whenever you hear trunk, torso, hips, just swap the word for the one that you get. Okay, let's set those handles down. We'll do a light stretch and you can get out of here. So taking those feet out of the machine, I want you to take your right leg, put it up on the rail in front of you, and take your left hand, reach across. You're gonna get a slight twist as well as a forward drop of the chest, and that's gonna bring a pull through your right glutes, hamstrings, lower back. Think about keeping the chest up and then falling forward from the chest. Don't round your back. Lift and then drape forward. And this should be the enjoyable part. And go ahead and switch sides, left leg up, right arm across. This is the part where you get to bask in the work you've done. Relish in the goodness of what you've done for your body. Just speaking in platitudes right now. But really, you're bringing a lot of good stuff to your body right now, and you should be thankful that you've done the workout and appreciative of where you've gone with it. Now, I want to encourage you again, come back to this workout many times over. And if you've got friends that are trying to figure this machine out too, share this one, because this is honestly one of the best places you could begin. If you step on the machine for the first time, this workout should be it, and it should be repeated over and over and over. And then after you've graduated from this, you can move into our beginner, intermediate, advanced workouts based off of 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, however much you need. You can step into those. So hit that subscribe button and the bell next to it so that you get alerted when we come out with new videos. And then when you're ready to step into more of the beginner workouts, check out this playlist right here of beginner workouts. Let's go ahead and finish our stretch now. Bring those hands to the seat underneath you. And I want you to lift your chest and push your hands down into the seat. Big opening of your chest. Because we've done so much leaning forward, getting that chest opening is a good counterbalance to all that forward rocking that you got. And now let's add to that with a thoracic extension. Interlace your fingers, push your hands up to the sky, open the chest and reach your hands up towards the ceiling. Oh, and bring it down. And that is your workouts, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you in the next one.